Okay, first off, I just want to establish that I am not in my room, I'm in my garden. I'm also not outside because I didn't really have time to go out and shoot other things. And before we even begin this video, I just want to say that you will hear airplanes, you will hear cars, you will hear tons of like ambient sound, which is not supposed to be here, but you know, that's just what it's like living in Singapore. You get nature and you get the city at the same time. It's not really the best of both worlds because you don't really have complete silence or complete noise at one particular time. But yeah, anyway, on to the video proper. Let me get that mid shot in. Anyway, this week we're taking a break from the era of self. I mean, like the main storyline, and I just want to sit down and talk to you guys about a few things which have been running through my mind this entire week. Let me tell you the reason why I have not been posting just this particular week. YouTube is great and very fun to me, but I do need to go back to my roots on like creating things with emotion, you know, like really dive deep into myself and like, this is what I live for, this is what I struggle to grasp in life. And that's the whole filmmaking process, to really get emotional. And I really love the drive. It feels like therapy to me. But the problem is, after going through the whole, like, I'm just breaking character from the era of self for now, but going through the whole character development thing which I have been doing since last year, all the way of creating the era of self and to now posting the videos itself, I become so strong and so secure with myself that I'm just like, it's so hard for me to get emotional into that emotional state now. So that is why I didn't really post this week. I was trying to relieve myself of like online social media, stay away from people, and like I just wanted to feel something for myself, but that proven very hard to do. So in the end, I kind of like stopped going to write about all the deep, dramatic kind of stories and like just flip it around and try something different. This time I'm making a mockumentary about something I can't say yet. And yeah, I still have a few comedy stuff. I'm not really into comedy. I mean, I'm into comedy, but I don't really film comedy. I don't write comedy. I'm not that funny, if you know what I mean. But yeah, that's why I've not been posting. During the whole week, a lot of things have surfaced to like as thoughts when I was also writing the journal in the era of self, like how people compare themselves to each other. You know, now I'm at the point in my life where I'm killing it. I'm being quite successful in terms of getting emotionally stability, confidence level, like every day the same. It just has been a very good life. It is a great life, and a lot of opportunities have been like coming in through the doors for me. And you know, as I share more on social media is like a highlight reel. We must remember that not every day it is gonna be pog. Just that when I do share, that's when I start to hear people comparing themselves to my life. And the funny thing is, like, I could spend my entire day being very happy, waking up like had a great night's rest, then I can wake up, do some work, maybe have tea later on, have dinner, and go to bed. And somewhere in the world, someone will hate me. But today we're not talking about hate, we're just talking about comparing. Like the Olympics. When I was watching the Olympics, my friends were saying, what am I doing with my life? We see them on the main stage, those athletes, but we don't see the 4 years where they were training up to become those particular athletes, where they could have, you know, trained every single day. We don't see them struggling to gather their own emotions because they maybe did not hit the right timing that they really wanted to, and then they still had to train, or maybe they had to miss out on social events and they still had to train. And like, those were the things that we didn't see, but we saw them on the main stage, and they were comparing, my friends were comparing themselves to them, basically, because they were sitting on the couch eating chips and thinking, oh man, I am not successful in my life. I have no like things going on. So yeah, and it really messes with you. But what I learned after going through the whole character development phase in my life was that the less we care about, I mean, everyone is struggling in their own ways, and like, I cannot compare my struggles to your struggles because we have different experiences, we meet different people, we have different lives completely. And the thing is, I will never be you and you will never be me, so there's kind of no point to like compare. I believe like the reason we start comparing each other was because someone compared us to someone else, and then we thought that, oh, I wasn't really good enough, so I needed to like hit the par and be higher than someone else. But like, I lift weights. I would never run a marathon. If I wanted to, I can go and train for it, but it is not something that I like to do. So why am I comparing? Like, would I want to be the best in the world? That's a different conversation. But I mean, do you get the point? It just messes with your brain. And to me personally, I don't compare myself to anyone else anymore. It just isn't worth the thing. The second thing that will lead into the comparing thing is how we make use of our time, in the sense where, just now I was talking about the Olympian training all the way until that, and like the 4 years where they were training, we don't really see, and like that kind of thing. My friends could have done the same thing if they wanted to be like a Olympic champion swimmer-ish thingy. They could have joined a swimming club, beat everyone in the nation, and became someone that went to the national Olympics. You know what I mean? So it's how we make use of our time, and in the sense where for me personally, people don't see that I spend most of my week socializing with other people that I will work with in the future. They don't see me training up for my 100k, all that struggle going on. They don't see me derping around, which I fit into my schedule because it's just very healthy for me to do nothing, and knowing that I can do nothing just makes it feel way better in a way. Yeah, reversing to go back to comparing yourself to other people, we have the power to choose what we want to do at any point in our lives. So if we wanted to start like a YouTube channel or run a marathon or be a swimmer or anything, we could do that now. But if we don't allocate the time to go and do it, that is how we will never get it done. We'll never be those people that we wanted to be. And that's when I believe that starting is a problem for a lot of people. But once you get the ball rolling, when you start, just keep going, and that's when you start to figure out how to do stuff. That's when everything is just good. So yeah, I keep looking off to the side because there are kids over there. I'm sorry, I'm quite distracted today. Going back to the era of self, the content is still carrying on. I'm just posting on weekends this time because I kind of broke down my videos into phase 1, phase 2, so it's every 4 videos. But now I'm pushing it to the weekends because I realized that there are more people online on the weekends. Yeah. That being said, I just wanted to have a little sit down and talk for today. Nothing really too in-depth. The content is still going to carry on because I am still here, being especially quite secure with my life, and I'm every day I'm just winning. But how I come back and talk to the people who kind of need it and need to hear something from someone. This is why I started this YouTube channel, and this is why I'm still doing what I do today. So I'm pretty excited to carry on with the Arrow Self, and yeah, it's a very good day today. And I still have other work than this to do. I'm filming this when I'm going to be posting later on. So, yeah, that's what I have to say. Hopefully you took something out of this, because I am my mind's all just all over the place today. So yeah, that's what I have to say for today. Hopefully you have a great week ahead. I'll see you next Sunday. My name is NickyAdopt, and I hope to see you guys on the next adventure. Goodbye. Okay, actually I just finished filming, but here's a little cutaway of my little wooden cup that I bought off Shopee. And yeah, I think it's pretty nice.